Welcome back to another Star Citizen update. This round it's the internet. Great. I want to say intergalactic became internet. That's terrible. My opening is failed, but you know what? I'm going to keep it here. So it's the IAE 2951, also known as the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, day number 3. And before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And let's get on to, well, one of the biggest Star Citizen event. And of course, before we begin on day 3, quick PSA is IAE. It's basically Star Citizen's annual celebration, and it includes with free flight. That's right, you can play Star Citizen for free. And I'll say when, we have 13 days. Of course, this is day 3, so it's November 21st, and minus 3, so you have 10 more days, right? 10 more days you can play it for free. That's fantastic. And then for you out there who are still on the fence on should you play, do you want to play, don't worry, it's free. You can enjoy the game. Well, that's that for a week plus. And then if you decided to pledge, don't forget to pledge before December, right? Big news is that you're gonna get an Argo MPUVC lifetime insurance for free if you are a new player and you register a new account with a referral code. Hopefully you use mine, and if you do use mine, I'm going to give you a shout out to my next Star Citizen update. In fact, I will dedicate one video for you guys out there, right? And yeah, win-win, right? Win-win. And of course, you don't need to pay a lot of money. You hear lots and lots of what you call this, news and I'll say rumors, I'll say news, right? News, people bashing about Star Citizens, like, oh no, you're going to spend thousands of dollars. I say no, you only need the base package. And the best part is, it's on discount. So today, or rather this event, we have 2 packages, which is the Mustang IAE 2951 starter pack for $40.50. Now, I recommend you to get this pack, right? Because it's low commitment, it's on discount, and you get to feel the game before you really want to buy more expensive ship. And of course, if you want to buy more expensive ship, well, this is the channel for you, because we're going to break down on what ship should you get, and what ship should you buy, and what ship is the best bang for buck, right? And of course, the Nomad IAE 2951 starter package, you can see it's a little bit more expensive, almost double at $76. Now, a lot of people say, it's like, yeah, you know what, you should spend big money. It's like, I'll say no, because what you can do is you can buy the $40.50 Mustang starter package, and then you can slowly upgrade your ship if you choose to with real money, because every other ship is purchasable in game. That's the main reason, right? Of course, the Nomad is a little bit better, but since consolidated Outland, it's about, I think, day 4 or day 5. So we're going to break down on the why should you get the Mustang and why should you get the Nomad on a later video. So that's why, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow, or rather support this channel. And if you like it, you know, it's great. It's great. And let's begin with day 3, which is Aegis Dynamics. And this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, military manufacturer in the game, right? Of course, we have Enlist Aerospace. I think these are the top 2 biggest. The reason why Aegis is bigger is that right now we have the 2 biggest or largest ship in game belongs to this brand, right? For now. And of course, RSI is a good contender as well. But at the same time, RSI has not been putting military ships. It's mainly Aegis and Enlist. And let's go to and at the same time, it's actually a very popular brand in lore. And let's go and look. So we have the Redeemer. This is a rework for a community design ship, and this ship is awesome. You know, after looking at it, looking at the videos, looking at the stats, this ship went for, okay, I think I would buy 2. This ship is the bomb right now, the bomb, and it's awesome, flipping awesome. The only problem is the price tag went up as well, and it went up to a not so savory price per se. I would say it's not casual friendly. All right, so let's begin with the Avenger Stalker. Let's put in the price tag because we want to see the price tag. So this is one of my favorite ships for for new players like you. It's a good goal, and then if you want to buy it in game, it's about a million UEC. I think it's achievable, right? A few grinds here and there, probably a week or two, you probably can get one. So Avenger Stalker is a very, very good ship, $60. Price is decent, and then you can see, look, if you get a Mustang, you can upgrade to the Stalker, right? Easy, you can upgrade anytime because Stalker is fight ready anyway, right? So $60, this is actually a good pick. I call it the Space Penguin. In fact, actually that's the community nickname for this guy, Space Penguin. Of course, we have the Avenger Titan, $5 cheaper. The only difference is the Titan is more of a light freighter, but it's a still good thing, right? Stalker has okay, so we have Stalker, Titan, and Warlock. Warlock is my personal favorite. Warlock has an EMP. Stalker is a bounty hunter ship. Titan is basically a transport ship, but all of them has the same amount of weapons. So yeah, Titan is the cheaper version, so I highly recommend Titan. But because the price increase, right? Previously it was $50, now it's $55. Let's see what options do we have. Titan Renegade is basically the same version of Titan, just different loadout of weapons, and you have a cool skin, exclusive only to the Avenger Titan Renegade. It's nice, it's sweet, but Space Penguin color rocks, right? So I would say avoid this, right? This is only for people who wants to a bit more beefy weapons, and at the same time, you can really buy weapons in the game for in-game cash. So I would say save the money. Save the money. Avenger Warlock. Now this is one of my favorite ship. Yes, it is the most expensive ship out of the Avenger line, $85. So what do you get with an extra? I'm going to use the Titan as an example, right? So 55, we have about $30 extra. What do you get more of a $30 ship? I mean, $30 add-on to a ship, and the answer is EMP. This is one of the strongest EMP in the game right now, right? One of the strongest, and it's cheap, $85 for an EMP ship. I think it's great. And what does EMP do? EMP is basically, well, electromagnetic pulse, aka stuff that can shut down ships. I think there's a lot of YouTube video out there to show how good is the EMP, but I'll let you explore about it. But personally, EMP is great. It's great. Now we have the very, very popular ship, right? It is the Eclipse. It's a stealth bomber, very close to the Nighthawk or the B-52. Not B-52. That's B-2. Yeah, B-52 stealth bomber. Yeah, right. To the real world counterpart, it's a Doritos ship. Fantastic, love it. $300, not for us. Right? This ship is only for military organization, a very, very well equipped and high budget, aka rich organization, because this is a stealth bomber. $300 is great. However, if you do want to pursue the bombing career, there are better ships. One of it is the Anvil Gladiator, cheaper by almost half, $165. Or we have another ship coming your way, right? Same brand, and we're gonna get to it. Right, so we have the Gladius. Next up is a light fighter. Now this is actually a very staple staple light fighter in the game. It's actually one of the popular models in Squadron 42, which is a single player game, and this is the poster child for Squadron 42, right? Everyone's favorite. And $90, right? Is it better than the Anvil Arrow at $75? What does $15 get you more? So Gladius is basically a overall, I would say average. Okay, if you have a triangle, this guy sits in the middle, right? The Arrow is very agile. The Gladius is agile as well, but has more firepower compared to the Arrow. Not for hardpoint, but for missiles and a little bit more stuff, and of course a bit more better armor and stuff. So yeah, Gladius is basically an all-rounder. Yes, that's the word, all-rounder light fighter. Very nice, very nice. If I'm not mistaken, this is a size 4. Size 4 hardpoint, size 3, size 3. if I'm not mistaken, or it could be just 3 size 3, which is almost similar to, I mean, it's exactly the same loadout as the arrow, and if so, the arrow is better if you don't get hit, by far. Alright, moving on to the Gladius Valiant. This is basically a different loadout to the basic Gladius, and of course you have a little bit interesting skin. It's hard to see, so that's why I say skip it. Right, just skip. This is, I think, they introduced the Master of Flight, and there's 4 ships available that are special. So I think we have the Gladius Valiant, we have the Avenger, Renegade, we have the F7C Wildfire. Okay, there's one with cool skins, and another one should be the Aegis Saber, which we're gonna go through soon. So yeah, it's basically better skins and better loadout, same ship. In stats wise, nothing much difference. Alright, moving on to another personal favorite, the Hammerhead. It is a heavy gun ship. Actually, heavy gun ship is not the correct word for this guy. I think this guy can upgrade to Corvette, technically speaking. At $725, this ship is, in a word, overkill in both places. Overkill to your wallet and overkill to firepower. This guy, if you're in a serious organization, you must have the Hammerhead. It is no-brainer. There is, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turrets, 6 man turrets with 4 size 4 weapons. That's a lot of weapons, right? And currently, it's not saying nerf. They changed the weapon system to be a little bit more broad, a bit more general. So right now, size 1 to size 4 has not much different in terms of range, only damage. But they have plans to, buff the Hammerhead a little bit. I would say increase the range just a little bit. Or if not, increase the, I won't say increase damage by little, range. Because you want the fighters to actually come in. This is actually an anti-fighter ship. So how do we make it good? You know what, I'll let CIG do it. But at the same time, $725, this is not for your average casual gamer. That's my tagline, right? This is not for us. This is definitely not for us. It's only for organization, huge organization. Or if you know what, if you have 6 friends to bring along with you for a nice little pew-pew, this is a good ship to get, right? 725 is a bit tough. It's a little bit tough. Alright, we have the Idris P. This is one ship that I want to get and I couldn't get because it's $1,500. This is impossible for me, right? Really impossible. Let's see if we have the buying options. It should be sold out soon. Yeah, so this ship is a very rare ship per se. Very rare ship, and again, it's one of the biggest ship in the game, and it's hard for me to buy because it's 1,005. Crazy. This is the only ship right now in the game that has a size 10, or rather the biggest gun, which is a rail gun, and it's a capital ship killer gun, right? Love it. 1,005. I will skip. I will skip. If you get to buy an Idris P, you know what, congrats to you. And of course, we have the Javelin Destroyer. Now, if you think the Idris P is big, now the Javelin is a whole new world. And I know I have a video about the Javelin. I'm supposed to post up. It's been a while. I need to double check if I've posted up the Javelin. We have a tour of the Javelin in the Invictus for this year, early this year, around June, July-ish. Alright, $3,000, this is definitely not for us. Definitely not for small organization as well. This is only for serious, very serious role-play organization at $3,000. You know what? If you want to spend $3,000, there are better deals. There are better ships and a combination of whatever fleet you want to buy. And I would recommend doing that instead. Right? And of course, if you look at buying options, you can't buy per se. Yeah, no buying options. Because again, this is one of the rarest ship in the game. So right now we have the 2 largest ship. Right? The Javelin is the largest, followed by the Idris P. I think the Idris P is half the size of the Javelin. Half. Right? I think. Of course, we have more. I think you can go to Star Map 42. Yeah. I'll put a link down below for you to see how big this ship is. And of course, next we have a mine layer called Nautilus, $725. Again, this ship is not for your average casual gamer or for us. It is tough, right? To top it off, it is a concept ship, so this guy is not flyable in game, so be careful. $725, I would say in general, skip. But I like this ship. I really, really like this ship. We're going to talk about big ships later, just a little bit, because there's only a few ships that are big. And next up, we have the Reclaimer. Now, this ship hits a very sweet spot in my little sci-fi fantasy thing, right? On one end, it looks like the alien Nostromo. Sadly, it's smaller than the Nostromo. The interior, it looks almost the same. So you can technically role play alien, right? In a way. But the most important part of the Reclaimer is it's the biggest, or rather right now, the biggest salvaging ship in game. Sadly, salvaging is not available in game yet, so this ship is technically in less better than other words, or rather useless, right? Useless, but the claw, oof, you should see some of my video. I have some videos about the Reclaimer and it's awesome. And then if you go down to the Expo Convention Center, you can see this ship and its full magnificent glory. It's awesome. $400, yes, it's a bit painful, but the best part is we have a buying option. What we have now is we have a upgrade offer for cheap, right? Of course, it's not cheap, but it's cheap enough because you actually save $25 for the Reclaimer if you buy with Warborn or you upgrade with Warborn, $375. What I'll recommend is I'll pick the largest ship to the Reclaimer. Sadly, it's only the Constellation Phoenix. Don't pick this. This guy is hull limited, so I won't recommend doing that. What I recommend is pick the Hull D, or the Endeavor, or the Crucible. Right now, these three ships is no. Don't pick the Endeavor. The Endeavor right now it's it's not available for sale. So what you can do, you can pick the Crucible, and it's only $25 to upgrade, and then you get a $25 discount. So yeah, so combined with the CCU that I've mentioned yesterday, unfortunately it's gone already, so you have to pick up the CCU as fast as you can because it's only available for a day. But at the same time, if you picked up the CCU from yesterday, so you totally save about $60 easy, because there's $15 for the Scorpius, right? And it's below $220, which means you can use it for the Reclaimer, and you get another $15 for the Anvil Spartan. So that's 30, not 60, sorry, that's $30 plus a $25. So you get a $55 discount on the Reclaimer straight away, right? Straight away, so it's not $400. So I think that's great. I think that is great. Okay, moving on. This Aegis is a lot of good stuff. I love this brand. I love this brand. Of course, we have the newly released Redeemer, or the reworked Redeemer, right now at $325. Now this ship is technically a dropship / gunship. $325. It's a bit painful. We have better options for cheap, technically speaking. But what makes the Redeemer is awesome is that the amount of firepower in that ship, if you are playing with friends, right? This is a no-brainer in my opinion. No-brainer. But before we go to the Redeemer, we're going to look at other ships before we're going to come back to this guy. At the same time, $325. Again, there are cheaper ships out there that works the same. Then we come to the Heavy Bomber. This is where I will highly recommend for lots of people to pick up, $150. Now, right now, this is different, right? The reason why this ship is cheap, Retaliator based, this is basically a stripped down version of the Bomber, which means you only get the ship without the bomb mod, or rather the Bomber module, right? And with the Bomber module, I think it's a different price tag, but this ship is awesome because it is, technically speaking, a modular combat ship, which is, well, at the same time, it looks like a Blackbird. It looks like Blackbird. For me, this is a not saying no-brainer. This is one of the ships that made me go big in Star Citizen, right? Other than the Constellation, this thing just screams like, all right, you know what? Small ships is good. No, we need to go bigger, bigger, better, and better. Right? Badass. Right? Awesome. Awesome. $150, I think this is worth picking up personally, because right now it's in concept. When it's released, most likely it will go up in price just a little bit. By a little bit, I mean probably $175, I think. But we shall see. We shall see. The best part is $150 if you if you pledge for this ship, you can actually get the full size ship, which is the Retaliator Bomber, which is $275. So in a way, you actually get the full ship, technically speaking, in the game right now. Very good ship, right? And of course, we have the Retaliator Bomber, so $275, you get 9 torpedoes. 9. That's 3 times more than the Eclipse, minus the stealth capability. At $275, this is a no-brainer for organization who wants to take down capital ships. And then if you have played during the Xenothreat event, for new players out there, Xenothreat is basically one of the in-game event that CIG has put out lately, which is great. I love it. We want to take down, basically you take down an Idris, and this guy take down Idris, within 2 or 3 volleys, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3 volleys, also known as maybe, no, I won't say 2 or 3 volleys. Felt like it's 6 torps. I forgot to calculate. There's a video that shows you how many ships needed to do a one shot, right? And yeah, it's great. And if you're gonna do bounty hunting, now the best part about bounty hunting is if you reach to the last part or the end game, quote unquote, the highest stage for the bounty hunting, also known as extreme. No, it's definitely not ERT. Yeah, it's ERT, extreme value target. I forgot what it says, right? So basically, you're gonna fight with a hammerhead, and bringing this guy out to fight that hammerhead, oof, delicious. So yeah, $275, good ship. But if you want to test it out, get the tally. Right? I call it tally. Get the tally base, and then you get to play with this ship. Yep. And then moving on to one of the community favorite is the Saber, $170. This is a stealth fighter. Now stealth is technically not available in the game yet, so be very cautious. But even though you remove the stealth part, right, this ship is actually very, very agile. Consider that it is a medium fighter. The closest competitor, or rather the direct competitor, is the F7CM, the Anvil Super Hornet. Same loadout, right? Same loadout, same weapon. No, not say same loadout. Same weaponry. Oh no. F7CM is a bit more pew-pew. Because it has a size 5 ball turret that can mount a size 4 weapon. This one can mount 4 size 3 weapon hard points. So technically speaking, the Super Hornet is better in firepower, better armor, but slower than the Saber. That's right, Saber is much more agile. And once they introduce the stealth capability or low signature capability, then this ship is very, very good in run and gun. Literally, run and gun. And of course, we have the Saber Comet. Alright, this is one of the, the Master of Flight series. And of course, extra $15. Right? We get cool skin and a different loadout, and that's about it. So the only reason why you will pay for extra dollar is to get skin. And in my opinion, skins, you know what, save money, don't buy skins, buy more ships. But then again, I'm not going to deny you for not buying skins, right? It's everyone's choice to make whether they want skins or not skins. For me, I would rather buy ships than skins. Okay, moving on to one of my favorite line in the Aegis line. It's the Vanguard series. Now, first we start off with the Vanguard Harbinger. This is another bomber, $290. You know what? Very simple. You want a bomber, get the Retaliator. If you want something a bit more pew-pew, Harbinger is a good choice. But $290, I would say skip this ship because we have better ships in the Vanguard series. Now, this is only for cash, right? You can always buy in-game as well. So it's about 4 million UEC, if I'm not mistaken. 4 million plus. They might change, but I think it's 4 million is decent. Alright, moving on to the Vanguard Hoplite. Now, Hoplite is a combat dropship. Now, $225. Now, this is a very interesting. Right now, we have a few dropships. This is the cheapest dropship by far. And then if you want something that you can play solo and with friends, now the Vanguard Hoplite is the best choice. This is where this ship shine. It's the cheapest combat dropship, $225. Highly recommend if you want to play the combat ship, the dropship role, right? Combat dropship roles. Not only you can fly it solo, because all the guns are pilot control, and you get to play, you have a turret for friend, and you can do a dropship thing. So this ship is technically better than the Redeemer, technically, if you play solo. Moving on to the Vanguard Sentinel. Now this is my personal favorite and my personal recommendation if you're going to go to the Vanguard series. Yes, it's $275. It's ouch, painful. The only difference is because this is a heavy fighter. Vanguard series is a heavy fighter. To top it off, because it's an introduction, which means this guy has an EMP on board. And the Vanguard used to be modular. I think they, technically speaking, kind of removed that feature already because they already showed so many variants. So yeah, one of the main thing that the Sentinel has is the EMP, and if I'm not mistaken, because of the changes, the EMP is now hull specific, right, as compared to other modular stuff. So personally speaking, yeah, Vanguard Sentinel, EMP, awesome, possum. $275. Most likely this is your most expensive combat ship if you want to buy. And at the same time, well, we can skip it because it's purchasable in-game, 4 million AUEC. And we move up to the base, which is the Vanguard Warden. This is the base version for all the Vanguard series, $260. Yeah, I think it's great, good, cool, right? Again, Vanguard series is one of my favorites, a little bit biased. I think it's great. It's great. $260 for a heavy fighter. You know what? This is the only heavy fighter that we have right now that is both efficient and good. So $260, is it a fair price to pay? One might argue, but at the same time, right, for $20 cheaper, I would recommend the Constellation Andromeda, or if not, for $70 cheaper, the Constellation Taurus, right? It's a bit more heavier, it's a bit more sluggish, it's a bit more beefy, and it has more firepower, right? More is better, because you want to engage before you get engaged. I think that's a word, right? Yeah. So yeah, the Vanguard Warden it's actually a very nice ship. $260. You know what? Constellation Taurus is better, technically speaking. If you're not fighting, if you're gonna use it with PvE, but if you're gonna do PvP, the Warden wins hands down. So that's why this is actually one of my top recommended ships out there. And of course, we have the Vulcan, which is a medium repair, medium refuel. It's a multi-purpose ship. Right now, it's not available in game. It's in concept. $200. When this ship goes flight ready, most likely we're gonna be $250. I'm gonna call up. It's most likely $230 to $250. I don't think it's gonna go very high up, but I could be wrong. But right now, $230, $250 sounds like a decent price tag. Should you get the Vulcan? In my opinion, actually the Vulcan is very nice, right? Utility ship. The problem is it's a utility ship, so not much things you can do, and it's in concept, so it's not available in game yet. So pay attention a little bit. Personally, I would say skipperoo. And that's the end of our ship list. I know it's a bit long. In fact, it's not big, it's very, very long because we have a lot of ships here. And like I said, Aegis is one of the biggest military manufacturer out there. And let's move on to why should you pick the Redeemer, right? It's the last part because the Redeemer has a rework and I think it's worth talking about. And let's go straight to the Redeemer. Come on, Redeemer, where are you? I think we went, yeah, there we go. Tweak. Okay, cool. So, there we go. We have paints. Paints are great. Paints are cool, but we're going to check this out, right? Because any ship that comes out from concept or to concept, we get a special page for you, which is, I think I forgot to do it for the Spartan. Yeah, which I supposed to do it. We can do it because the Spartan is available, I think, until end of the month. or longer, so you can actually buy that. But the redeemer's price, or I think redeemer is as well. No, I think the redeemer is going to be available until end of the month or something like that, which is great. Okay, let's start off with the basic. It is a multi-crew ship, so if you're going to play with friends, this is the ship to get. Right? Is it better the Anvil Valkyrie? $275. Personally speaking, screw the Valkyrie, get the Redeemer. That is if you want to buy that amount, that expensive ship. Right? The Redeemer is way better because of one small little thing. It is more combat than utility, whereas the Valkyrie is more utility than combat. The difference is the Valkyrie can carry a truck, and I'll say truck, a Cyclone, where the Redeemer only can carry people. And if you're talking about firepower, the Redeemer is a little bit better, just a little bit better. And how they overlay the weapons, the Redeemer is way, way better. That is if you have friends. Again, only when you have friends. This ship sucks if you're going to play as a single player. Okay, so we have a lower man turret, a top man turret, a player control turret, a remote turret. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turrets maximum firepower. Now dual man size 5. So size 5, size 5. So in a way, this literally in terms of firepower just blew the Valkyrie out of the water. Literally just blew Valkyrie out of the water. And of course this ship, because it has 4 size 5 ballistic, not say ballistic, but hard points, this ship literally obliterate the Vanguard Hoplite in sheer firepower. The Hoplite only has 1 size 5 hard point and 4 size 2 nose gun. So in a way, it's lousier in terms of DPS, but at the same time, you need at least 2 friends to use to maximize its firepower. Yep, front turret is a size 3. Okay, great, that's decent. Pilot pilot weapons, the access ram, rear remote turret, size 3. Okay, nothing much, nothing cool. Vector lock thrusters, and there we go, we got another size 5. So in terms of sheer DPS, this ship literally beats the crap out of everyone in terms of dropship capability. Yes, yeah, that's about it. I mean, not say that's about it, that's the whole idea why you should pick up the Redeemer. And the best part is we have a special offer. We have $275 for you out there, Warbond limited time only. It is a bit more expensive. Previously this ship cost $250. Should you get this ship? I would say maybe, maybe not. Alright, and of course the non-Warbond version is $325, hence the price. Cheaper than the Valkyrie, more firepower than the Valkyrie. If you're going to get the Valkyrie, I would say get the Redeemer, right? Get the Redeemer, unless you want to transport ship, and yeah, that's where the Valkyrie shines. And of course, that's a size 5 to 4. Now, okay, that is all, right? We can of course upgrade for Warbond CCU, and for people out there who says, you know what, I love the Redeemer. I love the Redeemer in terms of firepower, and I don't want to spend so much, or I don't need to drop ship capability. It's nice, it's sleek, it's great. The next best alternative to the Redeemer, surprisingly, in my opinion, it's still the Constellation series, right? The Constellation series has 4 size 4, yes, a bit smaller, actually 2 size 4, 2 size 5 weapon hard point, but let's make it everything all together, so it's 4 size 4 pilot control weapons. And guess how much it costs? $240. That's for the Andromeda if you want a parasite ship. If you don't need a parasite ship, the Taurus is actually a very, very solid pick, $190. In my opinion, I think it's a no-brainer to grab the Constellation series. The Aegis line is for more fluff than more fluff than puff. That's actually I want to make that point, but it doesn't sound right, right? Doesn't sound right. It's form over function, technically speaking, right? Technically speaking. Well, that's all I have for you for today. So before I go, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And before I go, I spotted the Redeemer has an underwing. I think it's an underwing remote turret. Is it pilot? You know what? I'm gonna type test this out. I'm gonna make a video about the Redeemer, and we're gonna test out the Redeemer fully. That will be another whole video by itself. And before I go, right, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And until then, I will see you guys in the verse. Yeah, definitely in the verse. Definitely. All right. Don't forget to use the referral code for you new people out there to get an Argo MPUVC when you pledge the game before end of the month. And for you out there, Star Citizen is free for everyone.